On today's episode of Days of Our Lives, Brady receives a startling guest. Marlena and Kayla assist a guy suffering from amnesia. Paulina worries that her marriage is actually ended, and Sean is ready to return home. John and Brady are seated in the pub after Belle leaves. He complains about Philip and queries Brady's resolve not to file a complaint. Brady wants to somehow pay tribute to Victor's memory, albeit a part of him does. John remembers how, when Isabella passed away, he and Victor helped one another out and even grew close. Brady points out how absurd that is given that they used to be bitter rivals. John says they have been since Victor brought him there from Miami to be a pawn. He had memory problems and had no idea who the hell he was. Kayla is located by Jada at the hospital. Dick Van Dyke plays a bewildered man who was discovered on the outskirts of town with cuts and bruises. She requests that she examine him. A wheelchair-bound man with white hair and a short, fluffy beard is approached by Kayla. His name, she inquires. He laughs. "I wanted you to tell me." He shows off his flirty side to Kayla, who recognizes him as John Doe, and to another police officer, played by Dick Van Dyke's wife. Sean and Marlena have a meeting in her office. He appreciates her placing him on the 24-hour hold. It seems as though he was yesterday a completely different guy. When he admits feeling embarrassed, Marlena reassures him that he doesn't have to. He made the proper decision by requesting assistance. Although Sean is aware that he is not quite healed, he would prefer to return home. He makes a commitment to continue therapy this time. While lifting the hold, Marlena advises him to get treatment if he ever feels that way again. Kayla questions John Doe in a hospital room, but he needs to leave because he has an urgent mission. Marlena is brought in by Kayla to speak with him. Marlena learns from him as she interviews him that John Doe had been searching for his son by wandering for a few days. He has spent years trying to find him, but he doesn't know his name. He hasn't even spoken to him. However, he had a dream that indicated he was in this location. He recalls a farm when she inquires about his upbringing, but he doesn't believe he was a farmer. He had no idea if he was a street artist or a chimney sweep. If finding his son is the last thing he does, he must do it. Jada and Sean cross paths in the hospital lobby. He reassures her that he believes Rafe should be appointed commissioner again. While he is aware of his terrible behavior, he is curious as to how she might feel about working together once more. She believes it'd be fantastic. Rafe, on the other hand, is debating declining the position. Steve runs into Abe in the square, who informs him that his date with Paulina was a complete failure. He discovered her plans to bulldoze the square and damage his reputation simultaneously. Steve reaffirms that they overcame it. He doesn't recall it, says Abe, and he's tired of being missiled, he adds. He'd rather be left alone than deceived once more. Abe questions why Steve would want to fall in love once more after arguing for Paulina, because Steve says the last suitor wasn't a self-righteous scumbag. Rafe invites Paulina into Jada's room above the pub. Until he consents to take over as police commissioner, she won't leave. She tells him that she appealed the municipal council's ruling prohibiting supervisors from dating subordinates. She is unsure of when they will vote on it. Rafe won't return to the position until it takes place. He could just stop seeing Jada, Paulina counters. Rafe doesn't want to be apart from Jada for even a single day because he is aware that the council might take some time to reverse the policy. Paulina is aware of how that feels. She laments her outing with Abe, which she speculates was a farewell to their union. Other than taking over as commissioner again, Rafe wonders if there is anything else he can do to assist. She asks him to advise her on who to hire at that point. Jada walks in. Is she up for it? Rafe presents. Sean is released from the hold when Belle meets him at the hospital. Although he doesn't believe he is an alcoholic, he is aware that he has been drinking too much. So perhaps he ought to attend a meeting with Brady. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Bulletin News, and stay with us.